Welcome back, guys, to Trails from Zero, where last episode, having entered the hospital, we continued looking around before bumping into Cecile at the reception, starting our investigation after a bit of catch-up by quizzing the attacked resident Lytton, who gave his testimony that he himself didn't quite believe. After more hospital exploration, we now soon reach the roof to check out the scene of the attack. Either one of the hospital staff was assaulted by a pack of monsters about a week ago. Now, what the hell is going on? They do realize that my safety must be guaranteed, do they not? What's up with this old fart? You'd think someone in need of their own private room wouldn't be nearly this perky. I think I saw this man featured in the Crossbell Times some time ago. If I remember correctly, he's a member of the Crossbell Diet, hospitalized for poor health after a recent scandal broke out. I'm willing to bet he's just hiding out here until everyone forgets about the whole thing. So he's faking illness to procure himself a hospital room. How disgusting. Since he was the head of the Imperial faction's main lapdog, I assume he was shut up in here to avoid making the group look bad. I'm almost certain that if he attempted to return to the Diet now, his previous post would be long gone. They turned him into a scapegoat. I almost feel sorry for him in a way. Either one of the hospital staff was assaulted by a pack of monsters about a week ago. They aren't skimming out on security, are they? I assure you, if I'm hurt in any way, shape or form, St. Ursula will incur the wrath of Speaker Hartman. Okay then. You've been shoved to the side. I know where that goes. I'll click on that later after I've figured out what's in the other rooms. It's 303. 304 is locked. So how are you feeling today? I'm okay. Everything's the same as always. What's wrong? You're missing that smile of yours. No, nothing's wrong. She must be in the middle of a checkup. I'd like to ask her some questions regarding the incident, but it can wait. Who? What's going on in there? Linen room, employees only. So I think we've checked out the entirety of the hospital. Ish. For now. This is the last section after all. This leads to the research ward, right? Right, what's the plan, Lloyd? Should we go in and get the staff statements? Let's hold off on anything like that. I think we ought to investigate where the incident took place first. Let's give the roof a quick sweep and see if we can find any clues. Question is, what are we looking for? Okay, here we go. Judging by everything we've heard, the scene of the crime is around here, right? Yes, supposedly Lytton was found collapsed in front of this bench. That matches the report too. Oh, that's the research ward, isn't it? That's right, all of our doctors and residents do their work there. Do they perhaps perform experiments on dangerous monsters in there? Of course not, silly. The most exotic thing in there is a greenhouse where plants used for research are grown. How interesting. Thanks for taking the time to show us around, Cecile. And now I'd like to perform a sweep of the area until we figure something out. Sure, I'm always happy to help. Well, good luck on your investigation, everyone. Be sure to turn over every little stone you can. We will. Thank you for showing us around. We'll have this solved in no time. Look forward to the good news. I'm assuming, with Cecile leaving as well, that everyone will get new dialogue. Not even joking. Okay guys, like I said, I think we should conduct a thorough sweep before anything else. The monsters appeared on the roof. With that assumption in mind, I want us to focus on pinning down their point of entry. That's a smart plan. Narrowing down the possibilities, that seems to be your favorite method of investigation. Well, let's get to it. Do you want me to look at you? Just that. Definitely wasn't here. Well, maybe they jumped good. Yeah, not with all that water below. They really are wolf-like monsters. Climbing up from here would be near impossible for them. What if they had a ramp? Or jump good? There was a huge drop-off to the next floor in the stream below. It seems unlikely that the monsters trespass from here. Well, then you'd be saying they came in from somewhere lower. Which would mean they entered the building. What am I looking at? Let's keep searching the roof. We want to find clues about the monsters. This is what they'll be. Lloyd, what about here? Looking at terrain, it's definitely not impossible for this to be the point of entry, but even then, I still think it's too high up. Okay. surrounding terrain is a potential infiltration route that the monsters use. However, it's quite the drop. I don't know how... Oh, there's a place. This is quite high, but I suppose you could have jumped up from the portico. If that's true, they would have had to be able to jump an entire floor upward, not once, but twice. Either way, I think it'd be pretty difficult for them to get up that way, so let's put it on the back burner for now. Front entrance portico is visible from here, but it's still quite a ways down. I mean, is that an Arios jump down from distance? I know we're talking jumping up, but still. They've seen people do it. They've seen people do it. Oh, well, Finn. Hello, welcome. It seems unlikely they came in from this direction. If they had wings, that would explain a lot, but I doubt that's the case. The walkway seems too high off the ground for the wolves to jump onto. Well, there you go. Literally, there we go. So, okay. Assuming that bit at the bottom is level with the thing over here. They jumped there, they climbed up here, and they jumped up. That's your point of ingress. Take a look at this. I think the monsters might have gotten in through here. Normally you wouldn't be able to jump up here from that floor. However, we're going to jump down, haven't we? Below the handrail, there are multiple boxes and containers stacked on top of each other. Yep, I'm going. I have to go down a floor, right? Yeah? Yeah. Alright, we should probably climb up here and check just to be safe. Randy, mind give me a hand? You got it, pal. The tops of the boxes are covered in dust and strange markings. Upon further inspections, it's clear that they are paw prints. Bingo. Yeah, those are definitely from a monster. Looks like paw prints to me. There's our lead. And that means they probably came from that side, yeah. The probability that they gain entry through here is extremely high. Yeah, I agree. This spot doesn't look too high up from the ground. We should probably let the hospital know so they can stop them from coming in here again. Yes, I agree. So does this mean we're done with our investigation here? Yeah, but there are still a lot of unanswered questions. Why did they even want to come up to the roof in the first place? And why were Lytton's wounds as tight as they were? We have a lot to figure out. I suppose only the monsters themselves would know the answers. Sounds about right. What we got should be enough to round out the CGF's reports, though. It should be. But now let's report back to Cecile before we return to the city. We'll still need to thank her, too. Back to the nurse's station, then. I'm down with that. Onwards. The box's lid is coated in thick dust. It must have been left alone for a long time. Wait a second. What's wrong? It's nothing. If they jumped up from over there, there should be paw prints or something on top of the box. But considering the dust is undisturbed, the boxes must not have been touched for a long time. Am I missing something here? Oh, that was where I thought it would come from. Maybe it's just my imagination. So that would mean they'd have to come from this side, yeah? From the wall. What's this? At various spots on the handrail, there are signs of paint chipping. Lloyd, what is it? Find something. Not really, it's nothing important. Ah, these scratches look like they were made recently. Okay, well I thought they'd come from that side, but they've actually come up from the front. Surely a guard should have seen that. So they've gone from whatever's down there to the wall to there to up there. Not from the... That doesn't make sense. The box of lid is covered in thick dust. It hasn't been touched for a long time. Various spots in the handrail, there are signs of paint chipping. From the looks of it, the damage must have happened recently. Anything else to check out here? Nothing else. Guess I can go down there. Would make sense for me to go down there. There's the parking area indeed, which makes it sound like someone like it was driven up to and then let loose, you know what I mean? Oh, but there's nothing to check from here. I mean, you could very easily get onto the wall from the raised bit of ground there. But that would mean that they then, like, teetered along it. But it's not that animals wouldn't do that. A cat would. And then jump to there and then jump up there. Then jump up on the box, jump up to the roof. Then chop a human and leave. On the evening one of our interns was attacked, there was this really annoying trader that visited. He kept trying to sell us some sheets and other stuff at ridiculous prices. He wouldn't back down, so I was asked to deal with him. I wish I could be more help, but I was in the middle of handling that nuisance while the attack happened. I was preoccupied that evening, busy dealing with an irritating trader, so I didn't really notice anything. Well, there you go. So, not just the wolves, but a person trying to force the trade of linen as a distraction for the infiltration of said wolves. That's a bus stop, by the way. Before heading back, we need to let Cecile know what's going on. Is the bus running again? Sheets of what? It said linen. Linen! Which are now on the roof, just drying away. Did you finish your investigation yet? Find out anything? If no one's on the roof right now, I guess I'll go ahead and start cleaning. Right. Come on, mister. The sun's already setting and you need to get back to your room. Oh, right you are, dear. I don't want to push myself too hard, but the date of my hospital discharge fast approaching. I thought with this guy, the dialogue's still the same, but it's actually changed, right? I need to get this gentleman back to his room. Oh, I suppose she's right. I'll head on back inside. Just about to be discharged, so I don't want to go ruin it by pushing myself too hard. Does the sign actually say anything? No. It's a recipe. Lytton is from Reniferia, just like me. He's not the most gifted student, but he studied like a madman in order to get accepted here. I really don't think he's all there in the head. Even though he was attacked by monsters, he doesn't seem fazed in the slightest. Something tells me Lytton isn't all there in the head. What? That's mean. What, you're eating... Oh, whatever. Well, he sure is lucky. I need to make sure to thank Adius for that. Now the lunchtime rush is over, things have gotten quiet in the dormitories. Later, I think I'll give Malone a hand with the cleaning. Alright, if you want to order something, go ahead and let me know, okay? Yep, so, to re-sweep the hospital, that is now our duty yet again. It shouldn't be a long one, it wasn't too many floors. And there's not really any people anyway, to be perfectly honest with you. There's no one. It's just the woman walking around cleaning on the next floor up. I thought it was on this floor, weirdly. Maybe her cleaning moved on. Alright, this should be clean enough. Or is it? That spot of dust there is really starting to bother me. Alright, where am I going to? No. No. Oh, she's awake. Just a little longer. No, she's asleep on her feet. Wait, is it that late already? Crap, 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 I'm supposed to be in the exam room this evening. Last night's all night must have knocked me out flat. Better hurry or Dr. Gailey will have my head again. Ah, again! Sure. Yeah, he already is kind of irritated. I should be allowed to go anywhere I want to on this floor now. Interesting how only those bits are examinable after the fact, and none of the bits that we had looked at before are... They're all gone. This is the St. Ursula Research Ward. There's no reason to end for now. You see, and then we... You must be busy with something. Sounds like the tales of sad time, good times? I don't know exactly. We're selling linen. There's a linen room here specifically. Are you that bumbling nurse that spilled tomato soup all over my bedsheets yesterday? What, come here to apologize? Yep. I'm sorry about that whole mess. They're all washed and ready to go now, so how about I change out your sheets for you? Oh man, those stains sort of make it look like you wet the bed, don't they? Well, at least you and I know the truth. Is this some kind of sick joke? For the love of the goddess, why would you just not bring new bed sheets? Now that would have been a real accident, wetting the bed. Cease this laughter. Imagine my shame if someone overheard you. Oops. I guess I'm here. He gets no dialogue of his own. She came up here to apologize. She's not done exactly a very good job. Miss Cecile went out of her way to check on me just now, even though I didn't call for her. I hope I can be as caring as she is someday. Now, what floor do you think Cecile is on? I randomly suspect she's on floor 2, because that's where the nurse's station is. So let's avoid that while we sweep around. God, when that bell went off, I thought something was going to happen then. At any rate, Lytton sure is a case of rotten luck. He finally finishes writing up his lab report, only to get mauled by some monsters. I doubt he ever anticipated being hospitalized in the very place he studies, although it'd be specifically because he was here. I mean, at least he knows it works good, right? I was the one who told Lytton to write that lab report the day he was injured, but if I'd only known what it would have led to... Well, the rest of the residents are safe and sound, so I can find comfort in that. As long as Lytton's the only one hurt, we're fine. Surgery is a modern medical practice that has gradually grown in popularity over the past few years. That being said, it's still in its infancy. The public still hasn't opened up to the idea of going under the knife. As things stand, there are also many at St. Ursula, including Lago, who have prejudices against the surgical department. Not that I care what that stubborn old kook has to say on this. If he can't keep up with an evolving medical field, he's well going to be left in the dust. We have magical curacle bombs. The doctors in our research ward study the most cutting-edge medical treatments and technology around. In particular, the biomedical engineering department, BED for short, researches the potential of orbital-powered equipment in modern hospitals day in and day out. She hasn't arrived yet, but we are lucky to have Chief Ursulin as the head of the biomedical engineering department, the BED. Yeah, she was in bed, yeah. She always pushes herself to the limit when it comes to advancing medical equipment past the bounds of modern-day surgery. She's an absolute visionary. I don't know if you could even comprehend how brilliant she is. Alright, will this zoop us? I was right, she is on the second floor. Oh, do you have an appointment? Please take a seat if you've already checked in with the receptionist. You look absolutely exhausted, Dr. Beldine. How about I prescribe you some of my new supplements? They're full of royal jelly. Straight from Marmorica Village too, so their effectiveness is guaranteed. Thank you, but I'll pass. Your supplements are too effective. I'm afraid to imagine what would happen if I got hooked on them. I may help with the hospital rounds, but my primary focus is research. Regrettably, this ends up putting quite a strain on poor Dr. Beldine. I need Lytton to hurry up and recover already. All this work I have isn't going to do itself, so he better brace himself for a non-stop grind. I may help, but yeah. So, Lytton's usually doing those stuff. I just finished dealing with a rather difficult patient's medical examination. I think I'll go treat myself to a nice black tea in the cafeteria. Today marks my last day of treatment. I'm relieved it passed by in no time. Congratulations. Well, I managed to survive my first hospital visit. I was pretty on edge when I came in, but my checkup went by without a hitch. Yep, this place definitely gets my stamp of approval. Top grade facilities, caring staff. I feel safe putting my health in their hands. With night fast approaching, outpatient care has finally started to slow down little by little. Wait, night? After what happened to Lytton, be sure you get home before it gets dark, alright? Have you made any progress with your investigation, officers? I've just learned that nighttime is falling. Granny, guess what? I rode the bus by myself for the first time ever. It was a lot more exciting than when I'm with Mama and Papa. Oh, is that right? How wonderful, dear. Yeah, Dr. Gunther gave me this hard candy earlier, but I'd love for you to have it. Yay, thank you, Granny. Believe it or not, my granddaughter came to visit me all by herself. She even rode the bus alone. Oh, she sure makes this old heart happy. I'm told that my son and his family have been swamped lately. Honestly, I feel terrible for venting all my frustrations out on them. You didn't. You did it on the doctor. Granny looks a lot better than I was expecting. I'm so glad. Oh, would you look at that? That old lady's granddaughter stopped by for a visit. After complaining and complaining about how no one has come to see her, she finally got what she wanted. Good for her, I guess. Sometimes complaining works. I will skip you. If you're looking for that gorgeous nurse, she hasn't been around here for a while now. Makes the seconds drag on that much longer. Another Randy. Hey guys, how'd the search go? Well, I'd say there are still several loose ends to tie up, but we managed to find evidence proving that the monsters were up there. Whoa, seriously? I guess it wasn't a dream after all. Ah, thank you. Just knowing that I'm not crazy is enough for me. Our pleasure, Lytton. Now, should we go report our findings to Cecile? I'm sure the nurse's station would know where she's at. Want to try checking there first? Was it really just a dream? It felt way too real. We just told you it wasn't. It's been dreadfully loud for a while now. Can't you pipe down already? Who do you think you are, Tyon? Oh wow, she's just not present in the hospital now. She's hidden. You're looking for Cecile? I don't think she went back to the nurse's station, but I could be wrong. Maybe she went to take care of some other work. So these are the last two people to speak to before we speak to you at the reception there, the nurse's place. Pardon me, everyone. I've got my hands tied filling out the hospital's account book right now. If you need anything confirmed with Philia outside, all right? Not a problem. I'll check your lockers too. Oh, hello there, everyone. How's the investigation coming along? We're just about finished, actually. Also, I was hoping I could let Cecile know what we found. Miss Nuis, I mean. Oh, is that right? It's just like Cecile said. Come again. I've heard loads of stories about you, Lloyd Bannings. Cecile hasn't been able to stop talking about you since your big homecoming. Now I understand why. You're so cute. Me? Cute? Why are you blushing, Lloyd? My word, Lloyd, we're on duty. You're just as bad as Randy. I am not blushing, and I'm nowhere near as bad as Randy. Hey, man, chill. Let me show you how a real pro does things. What are you... You know, babe, if you ask me, you're the real cutie here. Huh, me? Lloyd's got his charm, but when it comes down to it, you've got him beat. Hands down. To celebrate our meeting, how about you join me for a little party this weekend? This guy will be there, of course, and you're free to bring some girlfriends too. Now, doesn't that sound like a good time? Wait a second here, Andy. It's definitely tempting. I like to let my hair down every so often, sure. So I'll call up some of my friends and see who's available. Hell yeah, call them all up. How does Grant sound? That's my go-to bar in the city. He has quite the silver tongue. I suppose his claims of being a ladies' man weren't all talk after all. We came in to report to Cecile. How did it end up like this? Wow, I've got to be the luckiest guy in Crossbell. Having a few drinks with an angel like yourself is more than I could ask for. An angel, huh? I'm afraid I'm just a regular nurse, Randy. Are you okay with that? No problemo. Besides, you rock that uniform. Hell, every lady here ain't too bad if I'm being honest with myself. But you, babe, you drive me crazy. Oh, Randy? Ain't too bad, Goodness me, I think I'm going red in the face. Huh? Hello there, Martha. Don't act all innocent, Missy. Did you remember to take temperatures this afternoon? That was your job, right? Oh, and this weekend, did you somehow forget that we're overseeing an incredibly complex surgery? Whoopsie daisy. I'm really sorry, Randy. Looks like we're gonna have to reschedule. See you later, everyone. What? Perhaps you'd like to spend the weekend with me instead, I'm sure I'm angel enough, you know. Of course. Let me just double check my schedule. You're up, Lloyd. Tag in. Randy, please. I'm terribly sorry about him, ma'am. Well, what's done is done. So has your investigation yielded anything? Must be if you're here for Cecile. Yes, ma'am. We just finished, actually. We found a few leads. We wanted to give her a rundown of everything. I see. Around this time, Cecile should be checking in on that girl. And I don't think it's necessary to use the intercom to page her over. Okay, how about this? Why don't you guys go to Cecile and give her your report in person? She should be visiting one of our patients in the farthest room on the 3rd floor. Are we really allowed to go in a patient's room? We went in all the others. We won't be interrupting. Of course not. The young child she's looking after is hospitalized here under special circumstances. I'm sure she'd love to have some visitors, so it'd be nice if you could say hello while you're there. Sure thing. We'd be happy to. So you want us to keep the kiddo company for a little bit, huh? That's right. Thanks, I appreciate it. If you'll excuse me. Off we go then. Is there any more dialogue regarding that? Yeah. Oh, it's you guys. You can find Cecile in the farthest room on the 3rd floor. Wait a minute, are you... What? Something wrong? Can I help you? Oh, I knew it. It is you. Tio, right? You must be. Huh? You know Tio? It has been some time. I thought it was you. Oh my, look how you've grown. Such a beautiful young lady. I almost didn't recognize you. Hold on, why are you with these police officers? Huh? Well, a lot has happened since we last met. I apologize, but our work today has kept us rather busy, so I will have to return another day for a proper visit. Oh, of course. You're right, dear. You can come back when you're not in such a rush. Anytime you like, okay? Okay, I was expecting Randy dialogue based on the hitting on things, but sure. I never forget a face after treating a patient, and yet I could hardly recognize you of how much you've changed, Tio. Come again, will you? I would love to sit down and chat if you have the chance. The really scary thing about Martha is how sharp her hearing is. You never know when she's listening in, so we always have to watch what we say. So, nothing about Randy at all then. I hope Stallone went and apologized to Mr. Gable. I swear the girl's so clumsy. She's just an accident waiting to happen. Alright, let's continue on. Whoa, I was wondering if there's more dialogue. No. Theo, have you been here before? Yes, 6 years ago to be exact. I did not intend to keep it a secret from all of you. I apologize. There's no need to apologize to you. We all have things that are hard to talk about. I'm sure you'd be hard-pressed to find someone who doesn't. But... Ellie, there's no need to look so sad. It'd be such a waste for that cute face of yours to stay hidden behind a frown. Each of us has led different lives and experienced a hell of a lot of things. On top of that, we've only known each other for a month. We all have such different backgrounds, interests, and outlooks. And despite all that, we're still able to come together and work as a team. Is that enough for now? Lloyd, Randy. You may be right. I was simply a bit uncomfortable discussing my past. Well, it wasn't my intention to waste valuable time. Should we find Cecile? We still need to give her our report. Right, let's head to the 3rd floor. So I got something entirely different out of that. Walked in the room, then found people were giving me hints about it as well before when I did it. One, in regards to trying to tell me stuff, have faith. 2, I had no clue bondings were in this game. So you've kind of just... Maybe I shouldn't have said for those who also didn't have a clue. But now I'm... So yeah. Anyway, is there new dialogue? There is not, so it was just within that room and that room alone about the people there. So it seems that we don't have to perform another sweep. Everything else is good. Gotta go steal your have fun times there, Crimson Rain. But yeah, all the other dialogue seems to be the same. This is stuff about wetting himself again, so life is good. I mean, not for him. He got covered in soup. Doctor passed out in his room. Not exactly great, is it? But this is the room it means, and it is open now. Almost feel like I should make a save. Because nighttime was mentioned and all. Hey, Cecile. Oh, Lloyd. The head nurse told us that you were working up here. But, are we interrupting? No, not at all. These are the people I was telling you about, Shizuku. The police officers of the CPD. Defenders of Justice. Defenders of Justice? I think you might be overselling us a bit, Cecile. Thank you for everything you do, officers. My name is Shizuku McLean. We're glad to help, Shizuku. Wait, hold on. You said McLean. That name definitely rings a few bells. I'm sure you've seen it in the papers plenty of times. You see, her father is none other than Arios McLean. Seriously? The Divine Blade of Wind? That guy's got a kid. Do you all know my father? Well, I guess you could say that. He helped us out of a tight spot a while ago, but we haven't seen him much since. Oh, is that so? I know my father can be a bit blunt sometimes, so I hope he didn't do anything to offend you. No, definitely not. Honestly, meeting someone as accomplished as him pushed me to be better myself. He certainly didn't mince his words, but it was clear he's a dependable man who truly cares about people. You have a wonderful father, don't you, Shizuku? Do you really think so? Ah, Shizuku, you've always been such a daddy's girl, aren't you? Still, whenever he comes to visit, you're so shy. You should just let loose. Say stuff like, I love you, father, and give him lots of big hugs, okay? But Cecile, that's embarrassing. Hard to imagine that workaholic getting smothered by his daughter, huh? Agreed. It is quite hard to picture. By the way, we might have a lead for your case. Shizuku tells me that she noticed something out of the ordinary that night. She did? Well, I remember the night Lytton was attacked. I was having a hard time falling asleep, so I stayed up reading my Braille books. Then all of a sudden, I heard a scream. Really? What happened next? Well, I was curious what was happening, so I opened the window and listened very carefully. I didn't hear any more screams, but I did hear something that sounded like heavy breathing. Then after a few minutes, I suddenly heard a thumping sound, almost like someone was jumping. And, that's all I remember. Interesting. Did you tell the CGF all of that too? And to be honest, I thought I dreamt the entire thing. I only realized I hadn't when Cecile told me what happened. I'm so sorry, everyone. If only I had said something earlier. No, it's fine. We appreciate you telling us, Shizuku. Anyway, this statement supports the clues we found during our investigation of the roof. Sure does. And that scream she heard must have been Lytton right before he fainted. Then those sounds afterwards could have been the wolves panting as they jumped on the boxes to escape. Oh, and there was one other thing. Well, I might have just misheard it. It's okay, Shizuku. Even the smallest detail might be an important clue. Okay. There was one more sound I thought I heard as all of those other sounds were happening. It was kind of like a faint whistling coming from somewhere in the distance. Whistling? Maybe it was some kind of specific noise these monsters make? Shizuku, have you heard that particular sound before? No, I've only ever heard it that night. I must have misheard it after all. I wouldn't be so sure. Anyway, thanks for giving us your statement, Shizuku. It might end up being the clue we need. Cecile, are you ready to hear our report? I think our investigation here has helped make the truth a little bit clearer. Yes, of course. Well, Shizuku, I'll see you around dinner time, alright? Okay, I hope the rest of your shift goes well, Cecile. And good luck with your investigation, everyone. You can count on it, Shizuku. We'll definitely come visit again, okay?